elite holiday. Why don't you ever sing Strange Fruit?
Finding love on Mad.
Okay, we're downloading A-Game's formula.
3, 2, 1.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building right now. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you smash the like button if you tuned in. If you tuned in, do me a favor, hit the like button. After you hit the like button, make sure you share this stream. Make sure you share this stream. Make sure you share this stream, man. Share it on your community tab. Anywhere that you share videos, it'll be very much appreciated. You share this video. If you're new here, you're a first-time listener, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. And last but definitely not least, make sure you financially support the show. Make sure you financially support the show. You can do so by going to CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. That's CashApp $SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV is where you can go to financially support the show. If you have any questions, any comments you would like me to acknowledge, go ahead and put it through with your super chat and I will acknowledge it. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Shout out to Ricky Williams in the building. Shout out to everybody that's listening, man. Shout out to y'all. Y'all see the title of today's show. Y'all see. This is a topic that I feel is really skipped around in this space. And this issue is more serious than what we think. Understand that this issue that we're having in this space, this issue that men are having a lot in life today. We don't really talk about it. And it's because if we was to actually talk about it as we should, we would understand that we're behind the ball. We'll understand that we've been talking about problems that really had nothing to do with us for a long time in this space. And that in itself becomes a problem. Now, granted, we supposed to talk about feminism. We supposed to talk about the gynocracy. We supposed to talk about the things outside of us that plague us in society. We supposed to. But the issue that I think we're not seeing is we've become addicted to the actual problems. Yes, whether we're gonna admit it or not, the men here in this space have become addicted to the issues. Now, I know that may be kind of heavy for some of y'all that's listening, because some of y'all may have never thought of that, and some of y'all maybe just don't want to accept it. We've become addicted to our issues that plague us. We've become addicted to talking about the issues and only the issues. We have to begin to see just how much that's not even serving us anymore. See, because whether we want to admit it or not, right? This has become a crutch for the men in this space. Sitting on panels for hours and hours, talking about problems over and over and over, theorizing the problems over and over and over, stating what the problems are over and over and over. This has become a problem for us, because I've noticed since I've been in this space that a lot of you men are addicted to this shit. Y'all not have only grown fond to it, but this shit is like an adrenaline rush for y'all. It is like a crack hit for y'all to sit on these panels for hours and hours and hours, time after time, day after day, and just talk about issues. Just sit around and talk about what's wrong over and over and over and over again. And y'all get mad at the men in the space who are saying, let's stop talking about the problems and do something about it. And see, I understand why y'all gonna keep talking about the problem. See, y'all gonna keep talking about the problem and y'all rather stay addicted to talking about your issues because it makes you feel good. See, this is why in the title, I'm asking y'all, are we addicted to our issues? Are we addicted to what we say is wrong? Have we become addicted to talking about it? I say we have. I did a show about the life of unfulfillment. A lot of us men live the life of unfulfillment because we've developed an addiction to our issues. And we only look for scapegoats for our issues. And you then program yourself to live in a lifestyle of an addict. See, you can be an addict of problems. You can be a person that's addicted to always complaining about what's wrong. Those are people who have addictions too. And the men in this space have developed an addiction talking about what's wrong constantly. Not even properly diagnosing the problem, just talking about the problem. See, we have to understand that addiction falls in the category of the health value. This is mental health. This is mental health. Us men, we suffer from depression. We are depressed because we are addicted to the issue. We spend more time on talking about the issue and just soaking in what's wrong instead of putting that same energy forth to solve the problem. You see? And see, the first part of creating a solution to these problems is us men got to all get on one accord and unify in the name of men's first. Men's first. Shout out to Grown Man Business. I heard him say that. But if we can't unify, we can't get nothing done. See, that's the first line of action. We have to unify under one ideology in order for us to properly and pragmatically deal with our issues. You see? But if you don't address that issue that you look at every day you wake up, what good are you going to be to any other brother? How resourceful can you be to any other brother to help him with his addictions? See, I'm going to say some shit that y'all not going to like, but it's the truth. We sit around and we talk about all of the agencies and all of the shit that black women have joined to get what they want. But guess what black women did? Black women got tired of certain shit. They got tired of certain shit. And you know what a group of them did? They banded together and got some shit done. And then they got other women to be in favor for it. See, they unified under getting shit done in the name of black women. What is the problem with us? See, they don't have to agree with the type of men they sleep with, the type of men they marry. None of that shit. They don't have to agree with that. But the consensus is this is for us. This is why you hear me say time and time again, fellas, we our own agency. But what y'all running around here promoting in y'all content is we our own failure. We our own problem. Why? Because you sit up here and talk about the goddamn problem over and over and over, like we don't know. Like we don't know. When are we gonna do something? And it can't be rugged individualism where one guy's just doing it, or two guys, or that little group over there. No. This is why the manosphere has more traction and get more shit done than we do. Because they're unified under one ideology, and that's getting shit done for them. They're not running around here addicted to what's wrong and addicted to talk about what's wrong and why this shit might never change. They're not doing that. They diagnose the problem and then they do surgery. See, they getting shit done. That's what we need to be doing. But we take our issues and smoke our issues like crack. That's what we do. That's what we do. Time and time again. When is that shit gonna stop? Why don't we see that we've become addicted to our issues? This is why we live a life of unfulfillment. This is why we're running around depressed. Because, for one, we're not assessing and diagnosing the problem. That's why y'all don't know what to do. But see, I know what to do. Because see, I know where to pinpoint the problem. See, if you having health issues, If you're having health issues, it's because you having spiritual issues. You see? That's why spiritual value in the 10 life value system is number one. So if you're having challenges, in who you are, nobody's inspiring you to be nothing. You make poor choices. You're unhappy. You think somebody owe you something. This is how us men develop mental health issues. Because then we do what? We become addicted to something and become codependent. For what? For coping. So we can cope with what we're dealing with. So we could cope with our challenges. But when are we going to stop putting our issues in the crack pipe? When we going to stop putting our issues in the bottle? When we going to stop putting our issues on the goddamn YouTube channel with 20 other men who do it time after time, day after day, and nothing ever changes? Because you dudes who are doing this type of content, which you free to do, but just understand it's counterproductive. This is what I want y'all to understand. It's counterproductive for men. It's not helping us. Why do you see the thumbnail? Why do you think I made the thumbnail what it is? I'm addicted to my own self-destruction. When are y'all gonna start believing how serious this heal before we build thing is? I really need y'all to grasp the importance of this. Why? Because at the end of the day, there's too many of us depressed out here. There's too many of us suffering from these personality disorders due to trauma. There's too many of us packed in the institutions, the mental homes, the mental hospitals, the homeless shelters. And it is because we have become addicted to the issues instead of the solutions. We've become addicted to the content creators that feed our addictions. See, y'all have to understand how powerful energy is and how energy is exchanged. Y'all are not listening to Sheep Stay Sleep TV for no reason. Y'all are not listening to it for no reason, whether good or bad. It's still for a reason. You see? So the reason why nothing changes in a lot of you guys' lives, because you're not listening and resonating with the people who have the solutions. You listening to the guys that's telling you, yeah, man, yeah, it's you might as well hate your baby mother. Shit, I hate mine. Because that makes you feel good. But when you get off his panel and you got to deal with your baby mama, it's not funny no more. It's not cool. See, I see this shit in a lot of you brothers, man. This is why I say the shit that I say. And I be calling y'all out for all of this capping, because at the end of the day, it's not serving nobody good. Because this is why you dudes run around and do the BS that y'all do, because y'all addicted to y'all issues. So the shit that y'all do here, y'all are just acting out. Y'all are acting out of y'all emotions based on the shit that y'all dealing with every day. But you come on here with your little theories thinking you masking some shit. But we see it. It's evident. The majority of the men in this space are addicted to the problem. And the people who have solutions and who are providing solutions, those are the guys who they don't want to hear. Those are the guys who they want to ostracize. Those are the guys behind the scenes who they are actually cutting their throats. Because it's just like the system that you same dudes complain about. The system is not about solutions. The system is about the problem. The system is not about healing. The system is about providing medicine and not a cure. Let's treat the problem. That's why it's called treatments. They're into treatments. And y'all come up here every day and get your dosage and your treatment of social media crack. Even though you wake up feeling like a piece of shit. But you won't come to the brothers that'll sit down and hear you out. If you come to them and tell them, hey, listen, bro, I need somebody to talk to, man. See, because this is what brothers really need. Brothers need camaraderie. Brothers need to know that somebody is there. You see? How could we be there if we both addicted to our issues? How could we be each other's agency if we're addicted to our issues? We can't be a benefit to each other and no one else. But we're not seeing that. We're not understanding that. It benefits no one with us being addicted to our issues, man. Sitting around soaking in this shit. Shout out to Hills Inn. Appreciate you, family. And then we wonder why people don't take us serious, man. People don't take us serious because we spend more time on our issues than fixing some shit. This is why people don't take us serious, brothers. See, I know. I know how it is. See, and trust me, brothers, I know a lot of times it's hard for you to not be addicted to your issues because shit, some of us wake up in issues. I get it. But look at the quote. We have to do what? Heal before we build. See, the reason why y'all so depressed and so unfulfilled and so angry and so bitter because y'all are focusing on the building part. Y'all are focused on mobility, education, profession, leisure, and wealth. Y'all are more focused on that than actually addressing the problem that plague you. This is what y'all don't get. The problem is not your money. The problem is not your education. The problem is not your mobility, your leisure, or your wealth. Your problem is your mental health. Your problem is your broken family. And the fact that you and your family don't get along. You and your children don't get along. You don't get along with none of your baby mothers. See, those are the problems that really plague you. But y'all get up here and act like, oh, well, we get married. She's going to take everything. Well, a lot has to happen before she get to take all your shit. See, and y'all don't want to address that. Before she get to cheating and running off and filing divorce and all that goofy shit, a lot of shit happened before that. Talk about that. Because that's the reason why shit happened the way it happened in the end. And see, a lot of you dudes don't get up here and tell what's really going on. And see, that is the actions of an addict. See, an addict ain't gonna never tell you the whole story. Like a crackhead ain't gonna listen. I'm gonna just keep it real. When a crackhead come to you short, or anybody that's coming to buy something from you and they short, they got a goddamn excuse. Oh, I just counted my money and I must have dropped $2. What? No, you walked your ass down here with $8. You never had 10. Now all of a sudden you just counted your money and now all of a sudden, voila, $2 is missing. See, this is what you dudes be doing. Well, she left me. She put me on child support. Well, what happened before that? What about all the shit you put up with before that? What about that part? But you don't tell that part because then guys like me could say, oh, that's where you messed up at. So like an addict, they come with a bullshit story. You know, like an addict, they come up with a silly ass story, a silly ass excuse to get you to believe what they want you to believe so they could continue to get high. Oh, she stole my sperm. These women out here stealing sperm. These women stealing sperm. Nah, they ain't stealing sperm. You addicted to bottom feeding broads who like to extort little dirty tricks like you, and you got caught out there. That's all. You a little thirsty little trick who like little dirty hood Blackfoot broads who and you like to shoot their club up and all that. So now she stole your sperm. No, you addicted to hyenas, and when the hyena bit you in your ass, you want to cry. How about you stop being addicted to thought monkeys? How about you address your issue and stop being addicted to it? How about that? See, because that's the only way we gonna ever really get through to these young dudes. These young dudes gonna look at what you doing. They're gonna look at how you rocking. They're gonna look at how you rocking. They're gonna look at your lifestyle. Shout out to Hills In again, man. Appreciate you, family. That's what they're gonna look at. You can't be out here talking about NBA young boy and all these dudes, but at the end of the day, you trying to smash the girls who like the NBA young boy type of dudes. So basically, you mad because you're not NBA young boy. Because if you wasn't trying to be these dudes that you say is a problem, you wouldn't care about the women who like them type of dudes. You wouldn't care about them. They would never be on your radar. There's women out here that never dealt with a street cat. There's women out here like this. There's black women in particular who don't date street dudes. Don't date them. I got a homegirl that's one of them. I met her in high school. I was trying to get with her in high school. You know what she told me? No. You're too hood. You're too hood, DS1. Of course, she didn't call me DS1. She know my government name. But this is what she told me. You need to put on a button-up shirt. You need to put on a tie. This is what she was telling me in high school. This black woman right now, she don't have any children still. So she ain't, she ain't no thought monkey. She ain't no busted baby. And she don't deal with hood cats. And she lived in the hood. This girl, my block, you can get to my block if you walk through a project. You got to walk through the projects, though, to get to my block from where she lives. So if I walk through the projects and walk like 2 more blocks, I'm on her block. So she lives in the hood. She lives in the hood. And don't date hood dudes at all. at all. But we sit around and we complain about what women are not when there's plenty of women out here. Plenty. And I'm going to let y'all dudes know something in this space. I'm going to let y'all know something. I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out the bag because a lot of these dudes won't go ahead and say it. I'm going to say it. That street stuff is over with. Let me repeat that. That street stuff is over with. I know I said it before, but they don't want street dudes no more. They don't. It's over. So, what are y'all talking about? The real women, they're not dealing with that. Even a lot of the bottom feeding chicks. A lot of the hood chicks not even messing with street dudes no more. A lot of them is squaring it up. Because a lot of these chicks are starting to see, well, damn, I'm getting older. My sons are getting older. And what I'm going to do? See, I could speak on shit like this because I know females that's doing it right now. I can go to my block and turn my camera on and go live and show you women that's not rocking with street dudes no more at all. They don't want that shit around them. They tired of that shit. But see, y'all so addicted to talk about Pookie and Ray Ray and how they getting all this snatch. When guess what? Just like the hood chicks don't want Pookie and Ray Ray like that no more. They want the Pookies and the Ray Rays that squared up. They want the Pookies and the Ray Rays that's focused and building on something. That's not out in the streets doing nothing, waiting to get killed or arrested. Those are the men that they want. They don't want them niggas on a corner standing there with their drawers with shit streaks. Are you stupid? You dudes are on here so addicted to the fact that you can't get you an Instagram chick who sit her little funky ass on the sink. Y'all so angry about that y'all really think that these chicks is really laying up with them type of dudes, and they're really not. The chicks that you do seeing doing that, those are the scuzz buckets. See, this how I know y'all not really tapped in like that. Because y'all don't even know the level of bottom feeding chicks. See, them scuzz buckets, they gonna lay up with them musty, crunchy sock, two-tone do-rag wearing nigga. See, that's them scuzz buckets. That's a scuzz bucket. That's not even a thought monkey. Because even thought monkeys mess with certain type of street dudes or hood dudes. They not messing with no funky, no pickle and onion smelling in a jar type of nigga. They not doing that. They not messing with they not messing with the Taz type of nigga. Dot monkeys don't mess with the Taz type of niggas. The long ass t-shirts and no, Got monkeys don't mess. Those are scuzz buckets. But you dudes are so addicted to OnlyFans. Y'all are so addicted to all this shit that y'all seeing on y'all phones that y'all not even focused on what y'all supposed to be focused on, which is the solution. You see? Y'all are so focused on who these broads are laying up with when you shouldn't even care about who they laying up with, because at the end of the day, why you want to lay it with them? It's because you addicted to your issues, man. You're addicted to your issues, man. And it's because you afraid to address them. You afraid to address them. You scared. You scared. Shout out to Miss Ross. Appreciate you. You scared. You scared. See, I bet you never thought you could be addicted to your problems. See, because when you look at the psychology behind people and their addictions, it goes back to spiritual trauma. It goes back to something that happened to a person. That's why they're addicted and take comfort in eating goddamn ice cream. When some people get depressed, there's certain things that fire off, and it may give you the urge to eat certain things. Like some people, when they get stressed, they eat ice cream. Some people, when they get stressed, they eat potato chips. Some people, when they get stressed, they eat fruit. You see? And you become addicted to coping with the issue. And this is deep shit, because like I said, I still have issues that I cope with, that I deal with. Shit, I just lost my grandmother. That's a whole nother issue that I'm dealing with, on top of the issues that I've dealt with since the beginning of this year. The beginning of this year not only marked the 1-year anniversary of one of my best friends committing suicide, but every year on New Year's, it's my uncle's birthday, who got killed when he was young. And then my grandmother dies in March, a couple of weeks after her birthday. So trust me, I'm very aware of what I'm talking about. I'm not talking in theory. You see? Nothing will change, brothers, if we stay addicted to the issue. It's not going to change. It's not. A lot of us don't even know we're addicted to our issues. Why? Because we don't see where it come from. We don't know when we start feeling stressed out or sad, how all of a sudden you want to go get a bottle. You get stressed out, all of a sudden you want to go watch porn. See, this is something that we don't want to talk about around here. We don't want to talk about it. Because the things that y'all don't want to talk about, y'all seek refuge in it. That's why y'all don't have a problem running around here promoting sex dolls and all of these weird old things that really mess with a man's health. Little do you know. Sexual deviancy messes with a man's health. Doing certain things, come on, man, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. Y'all promote it. Y'all promote it. And it's because, man, y'all, we have to stop being addicted to our issues, man. You have to. You got dudes running around here saying they don't want a woman, they just want to pump and dump. That tells a guy like me, when I hear dudes say that, that's a dude that's starving for vagina. That's what you're doing. You're thirsty. You have a large sexual appetite, or your sexual appetite may have been suppressed. Because see, what a lot of these dudes won't get up here and say either, a lot of these dudes in the black manosphere, a lot of these 40-something-year-old dudes, they won't get up here and say and tell a younger dudes like me and younger that they were late bloomers. See, they not gonna get up here and say that. They'll get up here, yeah, I've been smashing since I was 12. Nigga, you lying. You lost your virginity at 19. Stop lying. Stop lying. This is why they're into pumping and dumping. Because they never had a chance to do that. They never had a chance. And then the girl who broke their virginity, he ended up being in a relationship with her from the time he was 19 to maybe he was 27. But these dudes won't get up here and say that. They'll get up here and make it look like, oh, it was her fault. Nigga, she had to deal with your unexperienced humping ass. That's what she had to deal with, nigga. So now you mad because she won't let you get up there and just poke around like you don't, you don't even know what you doing. So she done let your goofy ass go. So you come on here and you mad. See, this how you got all these young dudes on here now complaining about women. These niggas is 28, 29. Oh, these chicks ain't shit. No, use a bozo, use a late bloomer, That's what you are. You a late bloomer, right? Who wanted to run around and be free Dick Willie like everybody else and smash and dash. Because that's all pump and dump is. Pump and dump is smash and dash. That's what we used to call it back in the day. Smash and dash. That ain't nothing but another term for pump. That's what pump and dump is. Smash and dash. That's what you do when you young. Cause chicks is even leaving. Smash and dash. A lot of these dudes weren't able to smash and dash. These dudes were relationship bound when they was having sex. So they looking out and seeing all this ass and they want all this ass and they thirsty. When the solution to that, the solution to that is get you a girl and just smash and dump all in your girl. That's all you gotta do. Get you a chick and just smash her. And if she can't handle your sexual appetite, find you another girl. But to be running around promoting that type of shit shows that you are addicted to your issues. And your issues is you've been deprived of women from when you were young. When you were younger and all your homeboys had all of these girls and you wanted all these girls, you developed resentment for women because you felt they didn't like you the way they liked your homeboys. So now the way you get them back is you do what your homeboys was doing when they was teenagers because you couldn't do that. So that makes you feel good because you reliving not reliving, but you're living out a fantasy. But that all of that came from a challenge. You see? It came from that was developed from you having challenges when you were young. See, these dudes won't get up here and admit that. See? They won't admit that because you're addicted to your issue. And it's easy to keep saying, well, these women ain't right, so why should I be right? You sound like her homegirl. I'm gonna need y'all to stop saying that shit. Cause y'all sound like females homegirls when y'all say that goofy ass shit. Well, you know, the women ain't right, so why should we be right? That's like her homegirl saying, well, shit, you gonna lie to your man, so I'ma lie to mine. Shit, girl. If your man gonna be mad at you, fuck it. My man gonna be mad at me too. We staying out. That's how you do sound. Oh, well, since they're doing it, why not we do it? That's just like her homegirl that's with her, and she in there giving wild top, and his homeboy on the couch, and she look over at you like, you want some head too? See? You see how that works? You see how that worked? You see how that worked? See, that's logic. You always want to talk about logic. That's logic. Well, since they're fucked up, why should we be good? That's the same shit her homegirl and the excuse her homegirl put in her mind when she topping you off on the couch and her homegirl in the room with your homeboy. Dummy. I bet you never thought about that. Did you? You never thought about it like that because y'all not using logic. You're not using logic. You're not using logic. And it goes back to what I said earlier with addiction. With addictions, people who are addicted to things, we find reasons and theories and make up theories on why we should continue to get high off whatever we getting high off of. That is what addicts do. What is the difference than a female saying, well, shit, all y'all be cheating, so I ain't being faithful to nobody. What's the difference? What is the difference? That, you know what that shows in that case? That we're all addicts. We're addicted to our problems, man. We're addicted to our own self-destruction. The men in this space have ran far away from solutions. Far away from it. Rehashing talking points that I heard back in 2017. We been knew black men had options. We been knew black men took them options. Next. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to show up women now? Is that what we doing in this space? Trying to show up women? Oh, y'all just did this, but we just did this. Such and such just married this, and he just got this. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I know what we doing. We smoking our issues in a crack pipe. And the crack pipe that we putting it in is called YouTube. Y'all getting up here, firing up these live streams and smoking y'all issues, man. That's what y'all doing. And don't y'all know when y'all do that, y'all are actually doing the work for the system. see, a man who has not addressed his own issue is a wayward man. And a lot of us are wayward because we never knew how to address our issues. But now we have a solution. It's called the 10 life value system. That's it. And when we're talking about addiction, we're speaking on the second life value, which is health. Which is health. Which is health. Which is health. So this is why I'm going to constantly say We got to heal before we build. We have to heal before we build. So, I'm going to wrap this show up. I need y'all get out in the description box, fellas, and answer the question. Are we addicted to our issues, man? Are we addicted to our issues, man? I appreciate everybody for tuning in this afternoon. Much love to y'all. Shout out to the Masculine Mercenaries, man. Shout out to the Masculine Mercenaries. Shout out to my whole A-Gang family. Salute to everybody that tuned into today's show. Make sure you like the show. Make sure you share the show. Make sure you share the show. Make sure you subscribe too, man. Hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content. And as y'all know, this episode has been sponsored by A-Game. A-Game, a herbal male solution. A herbal male solution. Fellas, get down in the description box. Join this A-Game lifestyle. Join this A-Game lifestyle, fellas. Let's get on this healthy lifestyle, this health tip. This is a herbal male solution pack with 21 herbs for our vitality, our energy, our strength, and our libido, fellas. Hit the link in the description box. At the checkout where it says promo code, type in sheep and the number 10. That's sheep and the number 10 for a discount off on your purchase. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Much love. Shout out to everybody who donated. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate all the super chats. Fellas, remember, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build because we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-Game.
When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A-Game.
Here we go again.